Hi guys, back again with another quick beginner guitar lesson, and today we're going to go over the subject of how hard you actually need to press down to get the notes sounding on the guitar. This is a bit of a funny subject because it's actually quite hard to teach when you've been playing for a while, and this is mainly to do with the main subject, I feel, that stops this, which is the calluses that develop on the ends of your fingers. Now this is just hard skin that develops through having the pressure of the strings rubbing against them over and over again. I've been playing, I guess, for about 15 years now, so for about 15 years I've not really been able to feel the ends of my fingers, so this is going to be a bit of a challenging one. When you start off, if you've never played a guitar before, your hands are going to be very, very raw at the tips, and this is the most important bit. When you're pressing down when you're fretting any note, how hard you press down is a bit subjective. The way to deal with this is very, very simple. Just take a basic exercise. I've got a video on left hand positioning where I go over a really good exercise for beginners to get their technique right. Perfect for this. I'll go over it in this as well, but please check out that video on my channel as well. Here, what we're going to do is use an exercise like this, but we're going to do like a pressure test to show you exactly how hard you need to press down. And for me, it's going to be different to you because I've got the calluses and it's likely that you don't at the moment. And unfortunately, you only get them through practice and a bit of pain. So often, you know, you've practiced enough at the start when your hands do ache quite a lot, and please be careful, but you do need to develop that response at the ends of your fingers for your body to respond appropriately. When you're playing the notes of this exercise, I'll go over them in the other video. Please check that out because there'll be the details of how to do this, but let's just go over it quickly. And it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 on the E string. Now what we're going to do is this exercise, just a little thing you can practice at home, is I want you to try this as gently as you can, okay? As gently as you can. Keep the right hand the same. Now, there's no notes. A little bit harder. A bit better. A bit harder still. Okay, and for me, that's how hard I've got to press down, which isn't much at all. However, because I've got the calluses on my ends of my fingers, the actual skin is acting as a really good compressor for the strings. So now I'm getting nice round sounding notes just because of that. When you start, you might have to press down quite hard, and maybe perhaps harder than you think, to get this going. But over some time that will develop. But doing a little pressure test like that really helps to show you how hard you should actually press down. You don't need to press down any harder than that because there will be no benefit to that. It's a bit of a funny one because I remember working on this for quite a while and being a bit confused, but it's mainly you've just got to, I wouldn't say relax as such. You want to be relaxed, but there will be a little bit of effort that goes into playing and, you know, squeezing the guitar neck. Remember, the actual mechanical thing is your grip. So if you get confused, just go and grip something like the chair leg or something. So when you're gripping the neck, it's the same feeling as if you're gripping something. You know, you don't have to, if you're reading a book or something, it's not an effort, but you're having to hold it. It's the same principle. You still have to be doing something. And where this does change a bit is if you're using an acoustic guitar, because often the strings on acoustic guitars tend to be a lot thicker, so therefore you'll need more pressure to make the strings actually sound. In my other video about how to fret the actual notes correctly, you'll find that once you're doing this and you're doing the correct pressure, you'll find that the notes will ring out nice and true. And don't get put off by chords. This is the other thing that I see people doing. If you're playing a chord, for example, that's even just a basic chord, like a C or a G, make sure that you check that you are actually pressing down hard enough. It's probably one of the big things that I see when people start off is they're not actually pressing down. They think they are because they've got they actually got the fingering correct, but actually underneath it, you might have a bit of a buzzy note, and it's all caused because of the grip isn't there yet. So I would recommend go over the top to get the notes ringing and then just pull back a bit. But when you're starting, it will have to be a bit intense to begin with. Remember, keep it safe though, don't injure yourself. It doesn't have to be that hard. Just remember, we are gripping, so we are pushing those metal frets down with the strings. So when you're beginning, this is going to be pretty tricky. It's a simple concept, but really good to throw it out there. So if you've liked this video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.